Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Read, recorded in March 2023. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. 25 years in service come May 1st. Very excited about it. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. I am also the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It is available on Kindle. A version of it is available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box. You can click on it and preview a good chunk of it for free and see some of the principles, prayers, practices, and all sorts of stuff that got me here 25 years as the president of Drawing the Circle Productions, as a mystical artist, a spiritual teacher, just a lot. I've done a lot. I've had a very long career in magic, miracles, and mysticism even before I started the company. And if you are, by the way, down in my description box, because I've got a nice description box, check out the link for my Patreon, because it's the coolest thing I think I've ever done to date, and I've done a lot of cool in this lifetime. Talk about the road less traveled. I love my Patreon. I've got 8 levels of subscription at the time of this recording. Seekers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, mystics, gods, goddesses is one tier. It's the top tier. They get everything available, but all of my subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, get a couple of things in common. The daily check-ins is my favorite thing on earth right now. An unlisted YouTube live stream link so my patrons can chat with me in the morning, and we talk about the astrological weather of the day, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little spell, a little something, something to send us on our way. And it's my favorite way to start the day, literally sitting on my couch in my bathroom, from the laptop, cup of coffee. It's great. I really, really dig it. And all of my subscribers also get all of the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. Sure, you can pay-per-view on Vimeo, and I love it when people do. But I love that all of that work that I've done, they're juggernauts, my extended readings. All of my extendeds are timeless, but this is not. This one does not. This is a timeless reading, but it has no extended. I just love that I can offer it over there, and Patreon is discussing adding a free button where people could join for free. And if that were the case, I would make the ones that join for free, they would have access to the daily check-ins, because they're a lot of fun and I love them. So if you want a deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more algorithm free, complete shout on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Okay. I should go archers. Let's get down to work, shall we? If you are new to my channel, I read chakras a little bit differently. Most people do them in like a straight line of 7. I use 8, and I break them down into 3 levels of power, and I learned that from Myss, M-Y-S-S. She is a PhD. She wrote a book called Anatomy of the Spirit, as well as Sacred Contracts and Entering the Castle and Defy Gravity, that was so pivotal in my life in so many ways that I can't even go there right now. These videos are long enough. So what we're going to do is break the chakras into 3 different levels, and I work with the 8th chakra over the head, whatever you want to call it. I just call it the 8th chakra. So the lower 3 chakras we're going to do with the mythic tarot for the masculine energy, your relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself in the world. We'll do heart, third eye, crown with the daughters of the moon tarot, right? Masculine, yang, feminine, yin, the goddess energy, heart, third eye, crown stuff. We will get one of Myss's archetype cards to indicate the soul power that you have the opportunity to heal, to alchemize from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, that sends down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what you attract and what you repel, so you have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in your contracts, what you signed up to do in this life. And of course, we're going to get you a Matt Kahn healing mantra card to help align the chakras. They are healing mantras, and they work if you work them. Caroline Myss archetype cards in the Mekon Healing Mantra deck are not divination, but I am a witch. I will work what works. And we will get your last card down with the chakra reading cards by Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing, as an entry point, saying, but in particular you might want to start here or look at that one. Sometimes making a very general read, specific. So these are general reads. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. I know for myself, my Pisces moon reads usually hit me in the heart or the second chakra. My Virgo can very easily be my third eye or my root chakra. It can get a little stinky. But, you know, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, and cross-watchers, you can get some information about the Saggy you're cross-watching for here. Hopefully some inspiration to help, right? To help them heal, to help them align, some empathy, some sympathy, some understanding. But you're going to get a mantra and with the chakra reading cards and affirmation, so maybe you do that with them or for them on their behalf, helping the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign as a whole heal, align, and alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace in the spiritual alchemy of the 8th chakra archetype. I think that's enough explanation. Gotta do it. So the shift from the explanation I have to do to the divination that I was born apparently to do, that shift happens in the still point. So let's go there, shall we? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Breathe. Still point. Here we go. Using the mythic tarot, I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south. Please, beloved gods of mutable fire, the archer, 9th house dynamic, expansion, spirituality, and all that jazz. 3 cards face down, root, sacrum, solar plexus for the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, drawn to this reading. What's going on in their root chakra? Relationships, their physical body, right? How grounded they are, right? But the physical world, fight, flight, freeze, and all that. 2nd chakra, sacral chakra, money, sex, power, relationships to other people and things. Solar plexus, relationship to themselves, their personal power, their boundary, their honor code, their self-esteem, and their survival. Intuition, I feel you. It's that one. Good, I didn't see it. Let's keep going. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. That was a release. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south. Please, beloved goddesses of mutable fire, heart, throat, third eye, crown, 4 cards down, one at a time. For the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading. What's going on in the heart chakra that they need to be aware of? What's the emotional power? What's going on throat chakra? Willpower. Spit, swallow, or chew. What's going on third eye? Mental power, ajna in Sanskrit, which means servant, and sometimes the servant takes over as the master, and that's not great. And how about in the crown chakra, their spiritual power, the 1,000-petaled lotus, which is very Sagittarian. It's even purple violet, which is very Sagittarian. And we will turn this card over. Here we go. This is the big one. This is the one that sets the programs for all the other chakras. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Sagittarius collective, we'll see if you come back out. If it does, that would be interesting. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, what's going on? What's the dominant chakra, the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra? Sending down the codes to the other energy centers, shifting what they attract and what they repel, so they have the choice, the free will, to no longer delay what cannot be prevented, and the alchemization of their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their heaven to hell, their constriction to freedom in this timeless chakra read, you angel, you. Aww. Now look, as lovely as an archetype sounds in its gold is as toxic as it is in its lead, and vice versa. As horrible as it sounds in the lead is as brilliant as it is in the gold. And there are 9 different families. The angel is a divine family archetype dealing with spiritual power. And who got angel? Someone here else got an angel, I thought. Well, Virgo has an angel. Oh, quel coincidence, Virgo, that I am Virgo power. Oh, what do you know? Oh, cool. Now, the word angel in the original Hebrew means messenger of light. El itself meaning God, depending on translations over the centuries and scholars and all of that. So you think, oh, angels, but a shadow angel is a demon, right? So it's all the same bloodline, I guess. Written on the card is the shadow attribute. I call that the lead. The light attribute at the top, the gold, 3 atoms in between the 2 on the periodic table, so there is a process of alchemy, releasing, transformation. So, the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. I've dated a lot of Geminis, but they usually do it in a fun, cutesy way, which I usually get over, depending. The second part of this one might be a little more rare. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Now, it's one thing if you really believe you are and you're just not. That happens. On the spiritual path, I've had a very long career. I've seen a lot of cuckoo, banana, tinfoil, hat, woo-woo land along the way. But falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, which to me sounds like saying to someone, what? Oh no, Archangel Michael says you're an asshole, right? It's never going to happen. Just saying, right? So the light on this is so much more in the Sagittarian purview. Helping those in need with no expectation of return. You all tend to be centaurs, kentors, pick your ancient pronunciation, right? Like galloping in, saving the day, and galloping right the fuck back out again. And we love you for that. We do. You kind of like saving the day in that way, that mutable fire, though, all those things. So to do it with no expectation of return takes a certain maturity. So let's see. It's a very needed on the planet right now, because what your angels are. Look, my name is Mark Angelo Lyons. In other words, I'm a living archangel. It's a long story, some other time. But certainly, what is the message that you are delivering, right? Well, excellent. In your crown chakra, 4 of Pentacles, security is the key word, but we know the 4 of Pentacles. It is stability. No one's covering their heart in this picture. It's 4 women going to the tribal well, filling up the water urns to bring back to the tribe, right? It's the well that never runs dry, and an element of water in there, certainly. 4s are usually numbers of rest and stabilization. So if things are a little shaky underneath this, then it could be you are incarnating what? The wisdom. The way I read this stuff, when it's an earth element, pentacles on the inner, it is about wisdom. This is about spiritual wisdom. You have a solid foundation here, which is perfect for Sagittarius. Third eye, however, you've got the coyote woman, half of the devil card. It's a feminist deck. They're not going to use the devil as a patriarchal image. Nope. Splits it into oppression, and this card, the trickster. Now, every pantheon has a trickster in it, right? Loki, Hermes, we can go on. I mean, coyote itself, literally, right? And think even Wile E. Coyote, right? The trickster, but also the saboteur. This certainly can indicate shadow work. This certainly can indicate the mind playing tricks on you. As a major arcana card, this is usually usually a place in our lives we are at for a while where something is learned, where minor arcana can be like things that are going on. So we'll keep an eye on your third eye there. What's going on in the throat? Ooh, tricky. Tricky going on here. The Four of Blades in this deck looks very much like the Two of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite based tarot, but it's not. There are two swords crossed beneath her in what is otherwise a traditional image. The key word here is deception. Throat chakra is willpower, your choices and your decisions. Now, an angel deceiving is very much that, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance or something similar, right? Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Now, I will say this. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Oddly enough, I do not have the angel archetype a lifetime. It comes and goes in seasons in my life, and I'm okay with that. But maybe you are dealing with somebody, right, who might be doing that. Now, throat chakra is certainly communication, right? Speaking, it's element of fire, will, choices, decisions here. So it's also a number of four, number of four. It's also a four of blades, four of air, if you will, in the heart, can also denote healing and rest in order to undo an illusion, a delusion. We certainly all have them. We still think the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. It doesn't if the planet turns on an axis, and spoiler alert, ours does. In case you didn't know. So, there's a choice here, but the choice seems to be at rest. I would say if that was spit, swallow, or chew, because spit it out, just make the decision, do it, spit it out, say it, whatever. Swallow is, not now, not today, Saturn, right? No, can't, swallow it. Chew is, all right, I'm going to chew on this. I'm going to chew on it. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to process it. And what's going on in the heart? Hanged Man, reversal. So your two major arcana cards absolutely indicate some form of shadow work, release, letting go, and a surrendering of the heart. This is a woman voluntarily hanging upside down from a branch over a river, and the face reflected in the water is very different from the face above water, that she's seeing it differently. And of course we have the halo around the head, but only in the reflection, more internal. Go to Zeus, hanging from the world tree of Yggdrasil, plucked out an eye, gave it to the Norns in exchange for the runes and other cash and prizes, right? A sacrifice. With the angel archetype, a sacrifice is necessary, but it doesn't mean killing shit. It means to make sacred. It does mean to surrender, and it is a big part of alchemy, right? Those three atoms between the two. So, with what's going on in the mind and the deception card in the throat and the reversal in the heart, I'm going to say your heart is your leverage right now to really get in there and see through your heart, see through that place of love, because helping those in need with no expectation of return is definitely a heart-centered thing, and you have the stable, at least the foundation, right, in the crown chakra, enough wisdom to do this. But I would definitely chew on this for a while with the trickster. If they're, the trickster is a great teacher, right? We think it's one thing, it's another. But with deception on the card, if you're the one doing the deceiving, there's an emotional surrender here. There's definitely some sort of emotional piece of this that involves this alchemy. But again, you could be dealing with somebody like that as well. Well, let's look. What's on the outside? Oh, good. Solar plexus, your relationship to yourself and the world, the star. Just be lit in your solar plexus. Pay attention to what your solar plexus intuition is telling you. Whether you are about to cross a boundary, violate your own honor code. Oh, you don't have to know what your honor code is up here necessarily, because that can shift and change as we grow, right? And as we evolve. Don't talk to strangers is brilliant for a 4-year-old, not great for a 44-year-old, although we have apps, I understand, right? Solar plexus will tell you if you are being lied to, if something feels off here. The answer is no for me, right? If it goes, right? And I can also then check, is this a personal issue within myself? When you have the star, there is great hope here, but to me it is the highest vibrational spiritual card in the entire tarot. And here we have Pandora's box, right? Pandora releasing the deadly sins and the foibles of the world, but holding on to hope that there is guidance, there is grace. The star is how we navigated before we figured out compasses and maps and all that stuff. So, you know, to really tune yourself, to shine your personal power like that star, to radiate out. But, you know, that's a process, that's an ongoing. Second chakra. Ooh, this could be somebody. You got a court card, Gemini. Now, you don't have any other court cards on the table as of yet, and only one more tarot to go. So, the Gemini card of the Dioscuri, the Knight of Wands, certainly does not have to be a Gemini. If you have planets in Gemini, see what they are, because it is your opposite sign, by the way. Yeah, mutable air to your mutable fire. So, I have an ongoing weird relationship with Geminis in general. I am a Virgo, so they square my Virgo sun and my Pisces moon. It's understandable, isn't it? Yeah, my dad was one. Bless his soul wherever he may be. But that's the thing, or that there may be of two minds about this. There might be some communication going on here. That may not be, how do I say this delicately, true, right? Could be gossip, could be information coming and going in a one-on-one relationship, or about money, sex, power. I would certainly say that with what's going on in the third chakra with the Four of Swords, I know it's hard to say to a Sagittarius, bite your tongue for right now, process this, because if there is pain in your heart over this, that would seem that's what needs to be dealt with first, particularly with the third eye, perhaps understanding that there's a trick here, but there's a very important lesson, wisdom to be gained from this. In other words, the trickster just doesn't show up to fuck with you. It's a divine force. Hermes, Loki, they're in every pantheon. Root chakra, we've got the death card, transformation. Lord Hades himself, who is not a murderer, he's not the Grim Reaper, he's the ender of pain, the eldest of the Olympian gods, the big brother to them all, and honestly the wealthiest god of all of them. All that up from the ground came a bubbling crude and other stuff. I love Hades. To me, he looks like Michael Hutchins with pin-straight long black hair. Woof. Love him, but I do like him dark. Damien, dark. Not the Omen, Green Arrow, long story. So look, there is a transformation going on here. Definitely in the physical world, this could actually mean a physical death. Now, I'm sure that's not for everybody, but when it's root chakra like that, it can hit pretty literal. Regardless, this transformation that is going on in your physical world, dealing with tribes, corporations, like anything that the root chakra connects with in that dynamic. The sacred truth of the root chakra is all is one. So look at the corporations, from your national identity to your circle of friends, right? Certainly biological family or otherwise, right? Powerful here, but it could also mean that your entire world is either going to or rising from ashes. And from looking of what's going on the inside, particularly with the coyote woman in the third eye, you may not be seeing this so clearly, and it would be understandable. That's why, forgiveness is for us, not the divine doesn't need to forgive. The divine totally doesn't need to forgive. It's like they're watching from outside the game going, well, of course you have no idea what's going on. Couldn't have happened any other way. It's a freaking video game, a quantum incarnational video game down here. So my concern here really would be, look at me, crossing my solar plexus. My concern here really would be the Four of Swords in the third chakra. Spit, swallow, or chew. I would say definitely chew, rest, heal. and that healing, there's some sort of sacrifice or surrender of the heart in this. And with that Knight of Swords and that second chakra, that just feels dicey. And particularly if you are going through a root chakra kind of transformation, in other words, that would be physically observable, one would think, in some way, shape, or form, either going to or rising from the ashes. I could see this be tricky, especially in terms of you wanting to help others with no expectation of return. But I could also see how the angel, if this is what's going on in your family and your community, if you are sort of a social justicer with, let's call it what it is, Sagittarians can very much be that, regardless of the modality. It's not the Avenger archetype, which is different family, it's the angel archetype. But certainly you have the spiritual foundation to do this wisely and well. All right, those are the chakras. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. Let's get that healing mantra here. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's as deep as it is. As I call upon the ascended masters of divinity and messaging and helping, right? That divine family archetype of the angels. I mean, all of the ascended masters in a way are angels, right? Messengers of light, but also messengers of truth, messengers of the divine, God, Goddess, all of that. Please, beloved ones, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading to help them alchemize the angel archetype from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, death to rebirth, poverty to prosperity, limitation to liberation. Well, that's a new one. I like that one. The perfect healing mantra with security in the crown, trickster in the third eye, deception maybe in the throat chakra, reversal, hanged man in the heart, star in the solar plexus, Knight of Swords in the sacrum, death in the root. What do you got for them to help them pull this off, to align, to heal, to grow for their well-being, for the well-being of all in this Timeless Chakra Read? Uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. This could definitely be like an angelic superhero bust-a-move kind of read. I now realize, right? Because as I look at this, you just kind of got to get your mind around it. There's probably some, I hate to say fake news, but there might be some false information going on with that trickster, but it's part of it spiritually as well. Because sometimes people don't realize that, no, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Does it, though? Does it really? Uncovering confidence. This is a good one. They're all good. None of these mantras. There's no womp womp in here, although the demystifying the darkness card is a bit much, but nonetheless completely necessary. Uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. When confidence is uncovered, you are living from a space of renewed purpose. Angel. You know your place in the cosmos, and you are an expression of eternal light, meaning the light that is outside of time, the truth that is outside of time, all of that. There is no wavering on decisions or second guessing your instincts. Confidence allows you the peace of mind to stand tall in your truth and to move forward courageously, knowing anything that comes your way can only inspire the gift of endless expansion, which is Jupiter, which is Sagittarius, 9th house dynamic, spirituality, long distance travel, all of the metaphysics, all of that. This mantra is ideal for resolving insecurities. Got security in the crown, that's interesting. Easing personal concerns, which death in the root chakra, the Geminis in general. Sorry. No offense, I bet, you do you. But with this surrender, I could see where that would be in there. Easing personal concerns and finding true safety in your body and in the world. That does make sense. It does. Uncovering the confidence, which means it's in you. It's just about uncovering it. You are the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. We all are individually, because there's only one of us here. And if one of us don't show up, the game shifts in ways that aren't always the best. So, let's get that last card down. The chakra reading cards, Rachel Sharman, to give you an entry point, perhaps, maybe a little extra to make this more specific in a general read, but certainly the affirmation in combo with a mantra like that could be pretty healing. Please take a nice deep breath. And we're going for the higher selves on this one. Still point. Yeah, there's still this lovely feeling here in the heart, third eye crown. I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the healing chakra here, their entry point, the chakra reading card, to help them focus, to help them align, attune, right? To give a little extra something here as the last card down, to help the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, drawn to this reading, what they need to help them alchemize the angel archetype, helping those in need with no expectation of return, with the security in their crown, but the trickster in their third eye, possible deception, 4 of blades in the third chakra, with reversal, the hanged man in the heart, but the star in the solar plexus. It speaks a lot of their honor codes and their hopes, being in a more golden rather than leaded timeline, right? With that Knight of Swords, can be of two minds about this, but certainly there's some communication that needs to happen or may not be 100% true. And with certainly Lord Hades, the death card in the root chakra, may they help them uncover the confidence here, because the puzzle ain't gonna work without them. The perfect chakra reading card for this timeless read. Holistic Health, card number 7. A base chakra, root chakra card. I'm pretty sure. And that's still getting to know this deck. Yeah, no, it is. Yep, base chakra. So look, with the death card, holistic health. Let me read you. Card number 7, Holistic Health, Base Chakra. You have drawn this card today to let you know that healing is at hand. Good. It is your natural state of being to be healthy in all aspects of your life. Your mind, body, and spirit are constantly working to attain good health. Due to the world we live in, which is filled with stress and toxic chemicals, disharmony is prevalent. The body, however, has an innate intelligence to heal. Your job is to get out of its way and clear your emotional and mental imbalances so that the body can heal itself. Well, there it is on the table for you. I mean, the coyote in the third eye, the reverse. I mean, the two major arcana cards are placed in one in the mental field and one in the emotional field, but the third chakra in between the two, the willpower, the choice, the decision, it's all yours. You can do this if you want. The body, however, has an innate intelligence to heal. Your job is to get out of its way, clear your emotional, mental imbalances so the body can heal itself. Disease and sickness can occur on many levels. The body can store old emotions and beliefs, which in time can create imbalances in your outer energy, causing disharmony and disease. Healing is holistic, and when you can work on the many layers of being, miracle healing can occur and a state of well-being can take place. Have you been feeling out of balance, sluggish, and generally unwell? You might be going through a death transformation. I mean, it's not all about leaving this life. It's the 13th card of the major arcana, not the last one. It's time to tune in and become aware of any disharmony in your field. Do what's required for holistic healing to occur. It's time to expand your awareness, very Sagittarius, and look behind the issue at what emotion or outdated belief system could be causing an imbalance. And there it is in the third eye, the shadow work, the coyote woman, the trickster. You are the most powerful person in your life to create profound healing. It's time to look at yourself holistically deeply and let go of anything that is not serving your highest purpose at this time, which you might be getting in touch with. Four of Pentacles in that crown chakra, that's security. Do what is required to nurture this process, whether it is to go and see a healer, massage therapist, start a daily practice like yoga, meditation, or some form of exercise. You may also be guided to change what you eat or change something in your environment. Whatever your mind, body, and spirit is calling you to do, it is a perfect time to take action and invite holistic healing into your life. And the affirmation, every little cell in my body is happy and healthy. Oh, like the little gray cells. I just wrote us. So put those together. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe, and every little cell in my body is happy and healthy. That sounds lovely. And look, I know people see the death card and they lose their minds. It so very rarely means physical, literal death. I have seen it in the cards, but maybe 2 or 3 times. I started reading tarot when I'm 12. I'm 54. Yeah, I know. I don't look at things. Little witchcraft goes a long way. And the Wim Hof method with some Ho'oponopono. Yeah, mix Wim Hof and Ho'oponopono. You'd be doing the Wim Ho. I'll leave that there. And I will put this together in a blessimation, a blessing and a summation. We'll end the reading, but I'm going to talk about 25 years in service and some changes being made here at Drawing the Circle come May 1st. So hang out for it if you like. You never know what's going to come out my mouth, either in the blessimation or in the closing. So shake the dice, steal the rice. Please take a nice deep breath. Now we just RuPaul'd us. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to alchemize the angel archetype so that they can help others in need with no expectation of return, relying upon their spiritual security, the Four of Pentacles in their crown, a solid foundation, a time of rest perhaps, but great security and wisdom to draw on while they perhaps seek out truth and what is and what isn't. Maybe some sabotorial stuff going down there, but all of us have that in the third eye conditionally from the world, and just some things that were never true but always appeared to be, particularly with the Four of Swords in the third chakra, that they take the time to chew on this, to introspect, to chew on, is this true? Is that true? Am I seeing this clearly? And as a result, there may be some emotional surrender, some emotional release, or an emotional experience that may turn them upside down, but they might have been upside down already, so it's turning them up, right side up, in terms of this dynamic with the trickster and the Four of Blades in the throat chakra. But if they just shine bright, if they follow their solar plexus, they are not going to go wrong. It sounds simple, and it is simple. It's just not easy to follow the hope, to follow the golden timeline, to really shine their light in hope that if they just make the most integral, honorable decisions according to their honor code, their boundaries, their self-esteem, following their solar plexus intuition, they should be fine. But yet there may be others around them, or a situation in which there is a lot of communication. Perhaps it is conflicting, like two twins arguing, or there is a Gemini energy. Knight of Swords galloping in here. A lot of mutable air, a lot of thought, and perhaps a lot to process in a death transformation going on in the root chakra, which could be death of a career, death of a company, death of a family member, a physical illness. But it can also mean that they are rising from rather than going to ashes. And of course, if they get how important they are, because they are the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe, it would certainly help them uncover the confidence within them to do the healing that needs to be done, and to be a living messenger of this health and this healing, which certainly would help them help those in need with no expectation of return, to be free, to be expansive, to be Sagittarian, mutable fire, sending their arrows of truth and love and healing from their own experience outward, shining their light at full capacity as the stars that they are at their core, as we all are at our core. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to align their chakras for their well-being, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Powerful for surezies. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up. It helps other people find it in the algorithm. But we don't have algorithms on Patreon. I love Patreon, I do. Over the moon. It's over a year, and I'm still over the moon. Really, seriously, you sign up for something, a level of subscription, you got everything I've done on it since I started and moving forward, as long as you remain subscribers. So if you want that deeper dive, really, seriously, we have a lot of cool stuff going on there. At least click the menu and check it out, right? Think of it as like DoorDash, but like for mysticism and whatnot. And 25 years in service, May 1st. Ever since that day, May 1st, 1998, I started charging $100 an hour for spiritual counseling and or readings, whether it was one-on-one, a group, a party, or whatever. If I ran overtime-wise, that was on me. If they wanted to tip me, that was on them. Things are changing. I'm shifting my prices upwards a little bit, but I'm also thinking of Lego bricking it. Like, build your own reading, right? Like 30 minutes of this, whatever. I'm thinking of doing that. But there is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything, how to book it, like we can Zoom record it and all of that. But that will be remade soon. So before May 1st at least. So if you want to book me, go click the video, watch it. It fills it in. I love that video. But if you book me before May 1st, even for a spiritual counseling or a reading after May 1st, I will certainly honor that price. But come May 1st, that's it. That's it. I'm so excited. 25 years means a lot. And to do it on Beltane is just the coolest thing ever. So what's more important here is do heal. If you need help, there's so many people willing to help, but maybe you are the angel bringing the help here with your own holistic journey and spiritual wisdom to share. So hang in there. You can do this. I love you. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.